Hello and welcome. I'm your resident AI hotel expert, bringing you extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am absolutely thrilled to welcome all of you, the future leaders studying at Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. Today's explainer is going to be a focused masterclass on, well, the absolute backbone of our industry, health and safety standards in hotel management. So let's dive right in, shall we?
Now, this program is designed specifically for you, hospitality professionals who are hungry for practical knowledge that actually aligns with real, day-to-day hotel operations. We're going to be delivering high-quality, ultra-realistic educational insights to prepare you for the true realities and, honestly, the non-negotiable standards of modern hotel management. We are here to support your professional growth every step of the way.
Here's our operational arc for today's explainer. We'll start with a quick welcome to hospitality safety, move right into identifying operational hazards, and then examine core employer responsibilities. From there, we'll explore the employee's active role, talk about inclusive safety communication, and finally wrap up with how to actually build a lasting safety culture.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1. Welcome to hospitality safety, a foundational pillar of professional management. You know, hotels are definitely not static workplaces. They are incredibly dynamic, 24/7, high energy, and let's face it, heavily time-pressured environments. As you step into your future leadership roles, you'll quickly see that occupational health and safety is a fundamental pillar of employment law specifically because of this constant non-stop motion. I mean, think about it. Your teams will be in constant, close interaction with guests, with each other, with heavy equipment, and constantly moving across varied physical spaces, often doing all of that at the exact same time. Because of this unique, fast-paced nature, safeguarding health isn't just some legal checkbox to tick off. It is literally the bedrock of exceptional hospitality.
Moving on to Section 2, identifying operational hazards, where we'll map out risks across various hotel departments.
Let's break down the specific risks that are present across different luxury hotel spaces. Take housekeeping, for example. These team members are lifting heavy linens and cleaning rooms under seriously tight turnaround times. Labor law specifically recognizes the major ergonomic risks and chemical exposure hazards involved in this daily routine. Then, you have the kitchens. High-volume food preparation introduces completely different, yet ever-present dangers, like sharp tools and extremely high temperatures. And hey, it's not just the back of house. General staff, those handling guest services and administration, face very real stress-related issues, not to mention physical risks like slips and trips in busy public spaces. The crucial point to remember here is that hazards are incredibly diverse. As a leader, your situational awareness must span every single department.
That brings us to Section 3, Employer Safety Responsibilities, and the overarching duty to provide a safe ecosystem.
Make no mistake, the primary burden of safety rests legally, squarely on the shoulders of the employer. Hotels are legally required to provide a workplace that is safe, healthy, and totally free from unnecessary risks. And this obligation, it extends way beyond the obvious stuff like a wet floor sign. It includes those ergonomic risks we just chatted about, stress-related issues, and exposure to harmful cleaning substances. Management literally must actively identify these hazards and put measures in place to eliminate or control them in every single corner of the property. And yes, that means from the most luxurious penthouse guest suite right on down to the basement laundry and storage rooms.
So how exactly does an employer fulfill this massive obligation? Well, there are basically 4 sequential steps. First up, you have to actively identify workplace hazards. Second, establish safe systems of work. This means setting up actual, tangible procedures that minimize risk. Think correct lifting techniques for housekeeping or proper knife handling protocols in the kitchens. Third, and this one is absolutely vital, provide ongoing, adaptable training. Training cannot just be a one-time event you do during onboarding and then forget about. Labor law actually emphasizes that it must constantly adapt to new regulations, new equipment, or fresh processes. And fourth, supply appropriate equipment. Let's actually unpack that last point a bit more. Supplying the right equipment is completely non-negotiable. Hotels absolutely must ensure that tools, machinery, and protective gear are suitable, well-maintained, and actually used correctly. We're talking about non-slip footwear, protective gloves, safe clothing, ergonomic tools, and of course, well-maintained machinery. If management drops the ball and fails to provide or maintain this specific equipment, it can result in severe accidents, highly compromised staff well-being, and frankly, massive legal liability for the hotel. It's not just an expense, it is a critical investment in your team's safety.
All right, Section 4, the employee's active role. This is all about the shared responsibility for workplace well-being.
Think of this as the two sides of the safety coin. We've established the employer's duty, right? Providing the systems, the training, the equipment. But labor law also strictly requires an employee duty. Employees must take reasonable care of their own health and safety, and, this is key, the health and safety of others who might be affected by their actions. This means strictly following those procedures we talked about, using the provided equipment the right way, and immediately reporting any hazards. It perfectly illustrates the shared commitment required by law. You see, true safety in a luxury hotel relies entirely on everyone's participation.
I actually want to pause on this concept for a second because it is such a crucial takeaway for you as future leaders. Employees are not just passive recipients of safety measures. They are active participants in creating a safe workplace. You can't just hand someone a safety manual on day one and walk away. You have to empower your teams to actively report unsafe conditions without any hesitation and certainly without any fear of reprisal. When a team member flags a frayed wire or a broken locking mechanism, they are actively protecting the entire hotel's ecosystem. It's your job to foster that active participation. Moving on to Section 5, Inclusive Safety Communication, where we tackle bridging cultural and language gaps. So how do you actually ensure that active participation we just talked about? Well, through impeccable communication. Modern hospitality teams are incredibly diverse, which is a wonderful thing, but it means you need specific strategies to ensure vital safety expectations penetrate every single level of your workforce. You need crystal clear visual signage that completely bypasses language barriers. You need accessible written policies, and of course, regular safety briefings. You absolutely must consider language differences and integrate true cultural awareness into your training. Because think about it, if your team doesn't fully understand a safety briefing due to a language barrier, the whole system just fails.
Europe Hotel School London actually highlights this exact point often, the immense importance of inclusive communication in safety management, recognizing the beautiful diversity of modern hospitality teams. This inclusive approach is championed as a true hallmark of premium hospitality management. And guys, it is not just about translating a document into 3 different languages. It's about genuinely ensuring comprehension and building trust across diverse cultural backgrounds, making absolutely sure that everyone feels secure and respected in their working environment.
And finally, we arrive at Section 6, Building a Safety Culture, focusing on management commitment and business sustainability.
Ultimately, management commitment is the decisive factor in whether any of this actually works in the real world. Let's look at the contrast here. On one side, you have visible commitment. This is where leaders visibly prioritize safety, allocate the necessary resources without grumbling, and respond promptly to concerns. This kind of leadership directly drives employee engagement. On the flip side, you have poor commitment. This is where safety is treated as an afterthought, secondary to operational speed or saving a few bucks. Let me warn you right now. Prioritizing speed over safety in a fast-paced hotel environment will always lead to increased danger and significantly elevated risks. Remember, your team constantly watches what you prioritize.
Fulfilling these health and safety responsibilities really reflects a shared commitment to well-being, top-tier professionalism, and, yes, legal compliance. But beyond the law, a safe hotel is a more productive, reputable, and sustainable business. It's simple. When your staff feel truly safe, they perform better. When your property is secure, your reputation naturally flourishes. It is a direct, measurable investment in the longevity and the premium standing of your hotel.
Well, we've covered some absolutely critical frameworks today, haven't we? From hazard identification right through to inclusive communication. Now, I want to leave you with a thought to chew on. As the future leaders of this amazing industry, how will you personally champion inclusive communication and active employee participation to build an uncompromising safety culture in your hotel? Think about the very first actionable step you're going to take when you walk through the doors of your next property as a manager. The well-being of your entire team literally depends on it. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I genuinely look forward to seeing how all of you elevate the standards of our industry.